Hey, I'm Claire,
And I'm Janice.
and this is The X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
We are breakup coaches here to help you beat your breakup
Heal your broken heart.
and move on to an amazing, abundant life.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to the next episode
Hi.
of The X-Files. We are speaking to your ears again.
Just write it down. We're coining another phrase.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting us speak to your ears today.
Yeah. Ears in attendance. How are you, Janice?
I'm good. I'm really liking this early morning thing that we're doing. I woke up at 7 though, instead of 6. And so, I was only able to do this really short meditation and I haven't gotten outside yet. So I feel, I feel a little frazzled.
Yeah.
Which actually makes sense for what we're talking about today.
Yes.
That I would feel this way.
Yes. So today we are talking about Breakup Brain. We'll jump into that in a second, but we just want to ask again, hey, if you're enjoying this, leave us a review because it does make a big difference and it'll help people like you who will appreciate this find it. And that's what we're all about, is making sure that we are helping the people who are interested in getting helped, right? So
yep, there is a lot of relationship content out there in the podcast sphere. And so it would really help us, now that we've got a bit of a fan base, we're kind of looking to take everything to the next level.
Yeah.
And that would be one way that you could help us get there. So go to Apple, leave us a short review, and we really appreciate it. We love our listeners so much. Let's spread it around.
Yeah, spread it around. And if you have requests, you can DM us because we're not able to respond to those reviews. They're just there to live in perpetuity. So people can understand what they're possibly getting into when they come to listen.
So we love our DMs just as much probably. So keep that up as well.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. So thank you again, everyone, for listening. Because we've got your back during your breakup.
Yeah. And well done listening too. I think that's important to point out, is anyone who's listening is, really wanting to beat their breakup. So
exactly.
Nice work.
You're already like a step ahead of the game. Like seeking out content like this and looking at the situation and the feels that you are in as something that you can do better. You can do it like in a healthy way, or you can do it in an unhealthy way. There's, looking at it as something you can learn about and become better at, and basically serve yourself more during this time, instead of just going with the flow and just being like, well, time. Time heals all, right? So you have the ability to beat this, and we are here to cheer you on every step of the way. And that includes the initial days of a breakup, when you feel out of sorts, like nothing makes sense, and you feel like you can't cope.
Yeah, we all know that feeling, right? Like, I'm going to explode.
Like, will I survive this?
Not being able to think clearly, all of that we're going to get into. One of the reasons that we're doing this show is because we don't feel that there's enough exposure and awareness and attention and understanding given for the experience of having a broken heart. So it's really underappreciated by our society. Like, we bring up a lot. It's not even really seen as a appropriate reason to take time off work. Having to cancel plans. People aren't understanding. A lot of the time people will just tell you to, suck it up, move on, get over it. It's happened to me. But we think that a person with broken heart should be given the time and the space and the understanding to heal. And, take a break from their normal routines, just like if you had an injury. All right.
Exactly.
When we have a broken heart, we function at a lower level, just like if you were going through another type of loss or illness
or pain.
other things. Yes.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah,
you know,
so
these are
like
things that people are okay with, but for some reason when you go through a breakup, a lot of the times it's, I don't know, people are kind of
yeah.
can be kind of jerks about it.
Yeah, they can.
Mm-hmm.
And I think we've covered this in an episode. I'm trying to think of which one it was, but talking about how the pain of a broken heart is registered just like physical pain in the brain. And you wouldn't expect someone with like a broken rib to be, you know, making the best decisions at work and having no like dip in productivity or happiness or any of these different markers. And yet, you know, you have this invisible wound of a broken heart. And, you know, society expects that, oh, yeah, you're sad, but you still have to do all of these things and continue with your life. And so this episode is about that post breakup brain and what that can be like. And I think, you know, in an effort to make you feel like you're not just crazy, and also perhaps head off any like big life-changing decisions you might be making from a place of not really thinking clearly during this time, and just wait a little bit before you start making those big decisions. Like I think you know, like pill bottles, they usually say like, oh, don't make big decisions or operate heavy machinery while you're
Right.
on this. Same thing for breakup brain. Don't
The pill bottle says don't make big decisions.
I swear I've had a pill bottle say that.
Oh my God, how interesting.
Yeah, like on a you know, like an opiate or something, you know, they're
Yeah.
like, hey, don't sign anything right now.
Oh,
Don't sign any
right. Yeah,
contracts.
don't enter
Yeah.
into any contractual agreements under the
Yeah.
influence of this.
Maybe
Oh,
that'll be
interesting.
our promo picture, is a pill bottle with breakup brain on it
Possibly.
and warnings.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Ooh.
That's
Well,
why you do our graphics. 'Cause I
yeah,
wouldn't have thought of
we'll
that.
see. If you're listening to this, see if I followed through on that.
Hey, we're busy girls.
Yeah. So people can experience physical and cognitive disruptions after a breakup. Some examples include muscle aches like a sore back,
Yep.
memory loss, loss of appetite,
Yeah.
increased anxiety. You're like, no shit. Inability to concentrate, difficulty making decisions, forgetfulness, unusual levels of anger.
Yeah, like if
All
you're not
out.
normally angry, you might lash out at
Yeah.
people.
At people, at your ex,
Yeah.
at yourself.
Yep.
Trouble sleeping, which just contributes to literally
I
everything.
know. Sucks.
And feeling exhausted.
All right. So can you relate to any of these symptoms? Either now, or do you remember feeling this way during your breakup? Do you feel this way now? A lot of people are in the midst of it. So if you feel that way, know that it's all a fairly common response to either a breakup or having your heart broken, etc. And guess what? It's real too. Some studies have shown that a person's IQ can lower by a whopping 25% in the initial days of a breakup. Like that is a massive drop in
That's a huge drop.
brain functionality.
Yeah. And that's just your IQ. I mean, I don't know how you even measure your EQ, but I'd imagine that would have similar drops.
Yes. Of course.
Yeah.
For sure. Yes, absolutely. All right. So, Claire, have you ever heard of mommy brain?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
See, exactly. So that is a very, very real occurrence that pregnant people and new birthing parents experience, or very real occurrence that birthing parents experience. And they go through all of those things that we mentioned, right? And see, everybody knows about mommy brain, you know, and there's a lot of, awareness about it, definitely a lot of understanding, as there should be, because this is something that, birthing parents, go through. And so it deserves to be recognized, right?
Yeah.
And I also think that there should be awareness and understanding around breakup brain.
Yes.
And there's not. So that's one reason that we wanted to do this topic. So, maybe we can, start a trend or something.
Yeah.
Yep.
Start a trend. Be like, oh yeah, breakup brain.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like,
so have you ever experienced breakup brain, Claire?
I believe so. Yes.
Right.
I mean, I think that I've definitely had, the inability to, concentrate,
Yeah.
difficulty making decisions, unusual levels of anger, um, feeling exhausted, like, and the muscle aches, just that full body, like where you're crumpling in on yourself, like your shoulders are coming forward and you're just trying to protect your heart subconsciously. So yeah, I've definitely experienced that. And Janice says that this wasn't such a crazy story, but
Go for it, girl.
in episode I forgot the number, but it's the anxious / avoidant attachment style dynamic episode. That really, I'm talking about it in the context of attachment styles in the episode, but it's definitely a an example of a story where my brain was for sure suffering from breakup brain, and having that like lashing out feeling, but also like not making great decisions. And so yeah, so I look back, I think about um how I've acted and been like, oh, yeah, I
Yeah, I've done a
definitely didn't
couple
make it any
things.
easier on myself by
Right, I
acting
know.
from a place of breakup brain.
Yeah, I've done things too that I would even be embarrassed to admit, even on this show.
Yeah.
We'll see as
We'll
time
see.
goes what I let
Yeah.
out. But besides, lashing out and feeling, overwhelming emotion, I have also just experienced the forgetfulness, being really kind of scatter-minded.
Yeah.
When I was or scatterbrained,
I knew what you meant. I was like, yeah,
Scatterminded.
scatter-minded.
Oh man.
Minded, scatterbrained. Like, why did they choose those allocations? They could have flipped them.
Boy. So when I was going through my divorce, I went through this couple-week period where I was like losing things. Like I locked the keys in the car. I know once I thought that I had left my wallet at the cashier at Target.
Oh
my God. And so I get to the car and I think I like went somewhere else and I went to pay and I didn't have it. And so I went back to the car and it wasn't in the car. And so then I went back to the store and the store was closed. So I was like knocking on the door.
no!
Like I know, I was
That's like the
mess.
worst. I hate.
Oh,
like,
well then
God.
Yeah. And someone did, let me into the Target and they didn't have it. It turned out that it was under the seat.
Oh no.
But this was like the second time I think in a week that
gosh.
something. So I had locked the keys in the car at one point and then this
Yeah.
had happened. And then I know I was staying with my parents at the time. And I remember there was a couple different times that I also had to like drive back to the house because I had, forgotten my phone or something. And I remember my parents asked me, they're like, have you gone through this before when you've been through, a stressful situation? Because you're kind of a mess.
You're a mess.
Yeah, looking back, I realized that it was, breakup brain.
That's so crazy. I mean, just the feel. Like one of the most stressful things I feel like is losing your wallet or your phone or both.
Yeah.
One time I left my wallet, and at the time I could fit my phone in my wallet on the back bumper of my car. And I drove through an intersection and then someone was waving at me and I was like, what? And they're like, your wallet just fell off. And I'm like, what? And I circled back around and I was waiting. I was first in line at the intersection. I could see my wallet phone in the middle of the intersection. And I watched as a fire truck, no joke, a fire truck slowly with all the firemen like with their heads hanging out of the window, looking at my wallet, knowing that they were literally crushing it slowly.
God, and your phone was in it?
Yeah. Yeah. So the
Did they go over
phone died. They did go over it. And I was like, no. And I go, I park, I run back, and my wallet was gone. Because someone had stopped and scooped it up and stole it from the middle of yeah. And the fire truck did come back. They were like, sorry, like someone had called us about a snake. It turned out it was a lizard. So we circled back to see if you were okay. And I'm like, my wallet phone.
Did you see the person pick it up?
No, because I went to park. I had to go through the intersection and park and then come back on foot. Yeah, and in that time they picked it up. It was
That was really sad.
It was nice though. They returned my driver's license, just all the cash and cards were gone. And I'm like, and they're like, oh, it was gone when we found it. And I'm like, okay. Wow. But thanks for my driver's license. I don't have to go to the DMV.
I know. Oh my God. So I still have my Arizona driver's license. I haven't lived there in such a long time. But okay, did you know this about Arizona driver's licenses? That they are good for like over 50 years?
What?
My expiration date is 2046. And I got it like ages ago, like over 10 years ago. Yeah. So obviously no one really likes to go to the DMV. Yeah. And so I've lived in Colorado now 2 years. And I don't know, I just haven't.
Yeah.
I mean, why?
Why?
People accept it. I mean, it's an official state ID.
Yeah. There you go. Well,
so, and I did not lose it during my divorce when I had breakup brain, though I thought I did a couple times.
Oh my God. It lived with you that whole time.
It did.
So, all right. Sorry for getting sidetracked there, but
sorry.
I feel like it's a good story.
All interesting stuff.
Yeah.
So
awesome. So in order to bring more awareness to this dynamic and also help those who are going through it, we are exploring Breakup Brain. We absolutely would love for you, FYI, like please get in touch with us with your stories about Breakup Brain. And especially if you're okay with us sharing them anonymously and like taking out personal details, obviously.
Yes.
But I think it'd be fun to share some listener stories as well.
Yeah, I would love that. Yeah, please share your Breakup Brain stories with us.
Yes. All right. So let's get started with some science. Has your ex ended the relationship? If you're struggling with feelings of rejection, you may be having a harder time performing work tasks. A 2002 study by Case Western Reserve University conducted a study in which the university conducted an experiment in which participants were exposed to rejection by other participants.
Yep.
And I don't think this was even like rejection to the scale of like a breakup. It was just like passerby rejection by, acquaintances, right?
Yeah. So the rejection was that they were put in I think they were put in groups of 3, or they were teamed up with 2 other people. And then the experiment was that the participants were told that at the end, the other 2 would say which one they wanted to work with. Right. And so the participants were told that neither of the 2 other people wanted to work with them. And
yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
and then they did an IQ
severe
test.
Yeah. I don't know how they tested
definitely.
Their IQ
yeah. So, that's rejection from just a normal human. Rejection hurts. We're humans. Like that was what our survival depended upon. Growing up as cave people, growing up as a species. But those individuals saw an immediate 25% average loss of IQ and saw their analytical skills drop by 30%.
Yeah.
And that, that wasn't even rejection by someone who is supposed to be like your partner in life.
Right.
I feel like breakups must have more of a drop. They're just not calling people up right when they've suffered a breakup and testing them, I feel like.
Yeah, unfortunately, but like I said before, maybe we can do, start an X-Files Foundation and fund some
Yeah.
research.
Yeah, exactly. Call in when you get broken up with, which just be sad. But
But yeah, these are people who they were not romantically involved with, and I think
yeah.
obviously it does hurt worse when
Yeah.
someone you've loved and done things for, and thought that
Yeah.
you should
You
be top priority in this person's
yeah.
life, when they decide that they want to move on away from you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is very intense. Feelings of rejection. So,
For sure.
mhm. Or have you ever felt a loss of control after a
Mm.
breakup? Done something that you wouldn't normally do? Lashed out at your ex? Yeah. So Claire's story from
Yeah.
earlier on our avoidant anxious episode has to
Yeah.
do with her being a little
Yeah.
nutty. Um,
Yeah.
you know, for instance, maybe sending that angry text that you
Yeah.
would not normally send. See, this is what
Exactly.
I've done a couple times, is the angry late night drunk text. And
Yeah.
I just can't even believe it, because it's not like me. I
Yeah,
don't think I would do
exactly.
it
And you're like,
today.
why did I do
Oh
that?
my God. I mean, at the time, I just I don't know, going through a lot, as people
Yeah.
do. When
I was going through some shit,
yeah,
okay?
I was going through some shit.
It's actually an excuse now because
Mhm.
breakup brain.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about how to cope with it. Don't worry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this same story found that experiencing rejection can also make people aggressive and lacking in self-control.
Yeah.
So Roy Baumeister, who presented the findings at a British Psychological Society conference, said, to live in society, people have to have an inner mechanism that regulates their behavior.
Mm.
Rejection defeats the purpose of this, and people become impulsive and self-destructive.
Yeah.
You have to use self-control to analyze a problem in an IQ test, for example, and instead you behave impulsively.
Yeah.
So I
It
think
makes
what this is
sense.
saying is that the people couldn't even answer the questions on the IQ test
Yeah.
because they were
They were
feeling
like,
rejected. They weren't even able to do the test.
yeah. Oh, that's
And
yeah.
I know I've had a hard time, like going to work, and I work from home typically. And I know during a breakup, sometimes you just kind of like stare at your computer, like you
Yeah.
can't even
You're
do
just
it.
staring into
Mm-hmm.
space and you're just like, no, this isn't important. My
No.
life is falling apart right
Yeah.
now. How can I be writing marketing copy
Yeah.
or an email sequence?
Yeah, doing content writing and copywriting is really hard when you can't even
Yeah.
focus. You can't come up with anything.
I'm sure it
Maybe.
affects imagination as well.
Mm,
Like I think
yeah.
that's just like less testable, you know?
Yeah,
Um
good point.
Yeah. So I have definitely been there. Feeling the extremes of emotions and feeling out of control has definitely been an experience of mine in a hard breakup. And looking back, the choices I made and how I acted, it just feels like it wasn't me. Like I have done, I mean, the episode I mentioned was my crazy thing that I did was I like called my ex who it was like we hadn't really broken up at that point, but he wasn't talking to me,
Yeah.
which was very triggering.
Mhm.
Um, and I called and was like, if you don't call me back, like I'm gonna leave a voicemail breaking up with you,
Mhm.
like, and give him a time limit. And obviously that went really well.
Yeah. Well, it
It did
doesn't
not
sound
go
like he
well.
was caring much about that at that point, right?
Yeah, no. I mean,
Uh,
he was dealing with his own stuff, but yeah, he waited just outside of my time limit and was like
mhm.
called me back and was like, "I don't negotiate with terrorists." And
Oh boy.
yeah, so that did not go well. And
Mhm.
it was not like me. Like I would have never thought that I would be the person leaving a like a uh an ultimatum
Mhm.
like of that type. Come on.
Yeah.
That's not me, but
Yeah.
I did. Um so yeah, So just know, if you're feeling like the crazy ex, it's a normal reaction. Try not to act on those feelings. We'll speak about that later,
Yep.
but
Yep, for sure.
just
We've
know
got we got some tips on
we
how to
got some
avoid being the
tips.
crazy ex.
Yeah.
All right, but this is not the only study that we came across. If you're having cognitive difficulties, it may also be because of losing the things that you had taken for granted in your life for so long. This can create a lowered sense of self and lead to a foggy brain, to stress, and more. All right, this is such an interesting study. A 2010 study out of Northwestern University examined multiple groups of students and found that those who had experienced a breakup experienced a significant loss of perception about their sense of self. Woo, that was a mouthful. They also found that students who went through a breakup during the study were found to use words like confuse, uncertain, and bewilder more often than those who didn't.
Ooh, that is so
Yeah, I know.
interesting.
I love that one.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And the words we use are so important and they prime us, you know? So it's really, really interesting. And as we've talked about many times on the show, many people experience similar withdrawals from a person as they do as those who are addicted to illicit drugs. I'm not saying every person who's had a breakup has also had an addiction to illicit drugs. Um, but, you know, those withdrawals have a major impact on our ability to function at our best. Withdrawals are in the brain.
Right.
And like they, you know, there's a lot we don't know about the brain, but what we have learned is it's all kind of connected.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
one part influences another part that you might not think would be linked.
Yep. Which can make us feel physically shitty. It can make us unable to function. We can have, something that happens in the head that can affect the back,
Yeah.
and all sorts of things. So this is really, really real. It is scientific. It is proven.
Science
So what you're
rules.
going through is very real, and we're going to help you get through it. All right.
Yes.
So I thought it would be good to kind of just give a list of things that we use in our coaching practice. And guess what? So some of you may not know that in addition to a coach, I'm also a content writer. And I have actually written an article on mommy brain a couple years back. So I incorporated some of the tips that I gave in the article on mommy brain here. So today it's pen and paper or digital notebook time.
Or just have perfect audio recall. That's fine
or
too.
listen to this again.
Listen to this again when you're like, I feel crazy.
Yeah, actually, that's not a bad tip at all because feeling crazy during a breakup doesn't go away overnight. So put this back on.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's not linear. And definitely when I was going through my breakups, like having something that made me feel like I understood what was happening would make all the difference. Even though I wasn't in control still of the situation, feeling like I understood what was going on gave me that sense of being okay. And in the ability to write it out and be like, all right, I know that this won't last forever. Yeah.
And that can be really helpful when people around you are saying, it would just be great if you'd put this behind you. It's nice to have the comfort and the validation.
Yeah.
That this is real.
Exactly. So,
yep. We got 7 tips for you, people.
7 tips. First and foremost, it is so important that you go easy on yourself and recognize that what is happening, if you start to feel any symptoms or dynamics that we've mentioned, guilt, shame, self-criticism do not mix well with breakups. And so often that's what people are struggling with the most is like self-criticism. I could have done better. I should have done something different. Shame. I made mistakes and I can't fix them. And there's nothing I can do about it. Guilt, like just, like I chose the wrong person, doubting yourself. You're like, I thought that this was forever. can I trust my judgment anymore? And
Yeah, that's
so
my thing, actually. I mean, and that's one reason we can talk about this another time. That's one
yeah,
reason I decided to kind of take a break from dating, is
uh-huh.
because I'm really good in relationships, but I guess I'm not a good chooser because of the dynamics and my patterns that we've talked
Yeah.
about, me kind of rushing into things. Yeah, and so I have gone through that after breakups, just like, what was I thinking? I'm so bad at
Yeah.
this, and
Yeah,
doesn't
exactly.
really help.
And you're like, why do I feel so many sparks with people who are not good for me? And how
Yeah,
do
pretty
I
much.
like not do that? And why do
Hmm.
people who are good for me just like not do it for me?
Excite
Like,
me, yeah.
yeah. So all of those questions that coaching can help you explore. So
Absolutely.
love yourself, commit to your healing, remind yourself that it will pass and there's nothing wrong with you.
Yep. Yep, absolutely. All right, tip number 2. All right, I think this is a good one, and this is something that I used in my Mommy Brain article. Okay, use your phone. Okay, your phone is your friend, or your phone can be your friend depending on how you choose to use it. All right, don't rely on your memory right now, maybe even for the next month or two. All right, so don't use your phone to check up on your ex, but instead use it for things like taking pictures of things you want to remember, setting alarms through the day so you're on time to things. Make sure your reminders are set on for stuff. And so obviously this is going to prevent you from missing important commitments, and getting down on yourself, getting stressed because you can't remember that book that you had wanted to buy yesterday. um, and yeah, just help you stay on top of things and just prevent some of the problems that
Yeah,
can occur.
totally.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, I live off of Google Calendar. I
Same.
also have Asana. Trello is similar. There's a ton of like project management things that you
Yeah.
can just use for your personal life. And be
Mhm.
like shopping lists, work things I need to
Do you put
remember,
your shopping
personal
list in
things.
Asana?
Um, well, I also don't usually do shopping lists because I
Mhm.
found I make them and then I don't use them in the store because I'm
Oh,
like, I don't
interesting.
feel like that anymore. So that might be like an ADHD thing, but um, but I like to go
Possibly.
by the seat of my pants. But yeah, when I was trying to do shopping lists, I would put them in Asana because I would make a list on paper and I would forget it at home.
Oh, okay. I keep
And
mine in the app, the
yeah, the notes
shopping.
app, I mean, yeah, it just helped me to have one place where everything was, so I wasn't
Yeah.
like opening up three different things for three different sections of my life. So if you need help or tips on staying organized in your life, if you have squirrel brain like me,
Mhm.
hit me up because I've gotten really good at it. And it did not come naturally. And so like I definitely second that. Do not rely on your memory right now. Just like try to start those habits of safety nets for yourself.
Yep.
So that you're not then dealing with like where things are falling through the cracks in your personal life or your work life. And you're
Yep.
dealing with the stress of those things as well as your breakup.
Yeah. Get
um
on top of it.
yeah, exactly. And I know
Mhm.
that's like such a simple thing to say, is like get on top of it, but
Well, I mean,
yeah,
you got to be proactive and actually do it
yeah,
with some of these tips.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
easy to say, but yeah, you do have to actually
exactly,
do it.
yeah,
Might not
find
be
what
as
works
easy
for
to follow
you.
through with. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. So next up, focus on sleep and nutrition.
Mhm.
um I know there's kind of like that thing like ice cream and alcohol and blah, blah, blah. And that's fine, but also try to add in those healthy things as well so that you can fuel your body with things that are going to help it perform. So getting adequate sleep is going to be huge right now. That physical pain or the cognitive disruptions that we listed before as common like side effects of breakup brain, It's far worse when you are sleep deprived. Like, we need sleep. If anyone tells you that they figured out how to function on like less hours of sleep, they're fucking lying and
Yeah.
probably relying on like medications and things like that. It's not
Not a
gonna be
good
good for
trend
them.
that, yeah, I don't
Yeah.
like when people are bragging about
Yeah.
how little sleep they get.
It's like, you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, sleep is very
In
interesting.
fact, have you heard of sleep deprivation chambers?
No.
Apparently, it's
What?
like this extreme experience that people put themselves in. I heard about it recently.
Oh my God.
That
They're
is
they're like,
the
yeah,
like
after 24 hours, you start seeing things.
I
Like,
I don't and I don't get it. It sounds like my worst nightmare,
yeah,
but apparently it's like something that some people self-select to do to, push
that's
themselves
so
to
weird.
that edge. I know. I
I
agree.
mean, because like I know there's like cryotherapy and like ice, like that sort
Oh,
of
that's
thing where,
another worst nightmare for
yeah.
Janice.
Oh
God.
yeah, like worst nightmare, but at least it has positive effects on your brain. Like
Right. Yeah.
sleep
And also,
deprivation,
yes. Mhm.
like I think even causes like longer term
Yeah,
damage.
and if you even skip one night of sleep, it can, take you a few nights to get back on track.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
don't know. I haven't looked into, if this is, medically approved or what people think they're getting out of it, but I
Yeah.
did hear that it is a thing. So
They just like
if
to
you've
push themselves.
gone into a sleep deprivation chamber and, had your life
Yeah.
transformed, hit me up. I'm curious.
Oh, that's so interesting. Yeah. And it's totally normal that when you are suffering like so intensely from the pain of a breakup, like having a hard time sleeping, that it makes
Yep.
total sense. It's
Hmm.
totally normal. But, it may be beneficial to seek support and address this as soon as
Yeah.
possible. And, that mean seeing a doctor, speaking to someone about a herbal supplement, using a sleep app or other remedies.
Mhm.
Um, I know everyone is different
Yeah.
for this. I definitely wouldn't get like hooked on like sleeping pills or anything, but
Yeah, that's why
you
I'm
know,
saying, maybe talk to a
yeah.
doctor
Yeah, talk
first
to your
or mhm.
doctor,
Yep.
if it
I
is
don't recommend
something
those pills,
that's
but some people might
continuing.
use them temporarily and have good benefits. So I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So, see what is best for you. We're not gonna give you like medical advice on
Exactly.
this
Yeah.
other than you should sleep.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. Totally. All right. So we're getting to the good stuff. Do you have the crazy ex feeling? This is something that we see a lot from clients and listeners. All right. So, what do you do when you're getting overwhelmed with the emotions and you feel like you're going to act out? I mean,
yeah,
this is hard to talk about because, people do kind of lose control in a
yeah,
way when they get the crazy ex feeling, but
yeah,
it's possible if you're mindful of it to control it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so, the
Going like
goal, go ahead.
Miranda Lambert style with a Saint My Mama's Broken Heart. Uh, cut my bangs with some rusty kitchen scissors.
I don't know that.
I screamed his name till the neighbors called the cops.
Oh my God, we gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to hear that. That sounds like a cute song.
It's like, oh, yeah, this is the Crazy X song.
Oh, all
Well,
right.
country music is full of these.
Oh
Like, you don't
yeah.
have to look far, I think.
Hmm. Hmm.
Just actually, it's yeah, country music. There's an argument for country music being very feminist. Um,
Oh, I love country music, so I'm all
yeah.
for it. So, but once you're getting these feelings, the goal is that you observe them,
Mhm.
recognize the physical and mental sensations, and look at them rather than
Yeah.
acting on them.
Oh,
And this is something that you can train yourself to do.
yes. This is mindfulness. Um,
Yes, I guess you're right.
I mean, seriously, because mindfulness is all about realizing that there's kind of two entities within. There's the thing that's making all the thoughts. There's just like thoughts, 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 and you think that that is you, but in reality, you're actually the observer of those thoughts, and creating that distance and being like, oh, I'm thinking that right now. That's interesting.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Yeah.
looking at it as like a process like a natural process that, like, of course you're thinking these thoughts. Doesn't mean you have to act on them.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean you can't change them. Doesn't
Hmm.
mean you can decide, that one's not going to be very beneficial for me long term. I'm going to just not attach to that.
Yep. Or
Um,
step I'm going to step aside while, the physical sensations die down. Leave the
yeah.
house, go for a walk.
Yeah, and just
Mhm.
having the awareness that, like, hey, if I wait 24 hours, chances are I will not be thinking that thought. I will not be feeling that thought. And that's fine. There's no rush with these things, and try to remind yourself of that. Like, if you're thinking something that you're like, "Oh, this is an intense thought." Um be like, "Let me just wait and see if it sticks around. Let
Mhm.
me just give it 24 hours, 48 hours if you
You will
can."
be so glad that you didn't act
Yeah,
on so many of these
exactly.
things. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, and you can
Um,
reassure yourself and be like, "Hey, if it's still around in 48 hours, let's readdress it."
yeah.
But, you don't have to do it now. There's really no rush.
Yep, definitely. I was gonna say something. Oh yeah, so my point is that, as we were saying earlier, the crazy X sensations are like a really real thing, and you can feel like you don't have control over it, and or you just had to reach out, or you couldn't, resist anymore. But you can.
You can.
So, I want to say this with, sympathy and understanding, because I know what it
Yeah.
feels like to feel like have no control over whether or not you're going to text or lash out or
Yeah.
something. So, but the truth is that you can train yourself. I mean, I don't even know how much training you would need. You just need to be aware of it and
Yeah.
decide to do it. And yeah,
Yeah.
practice a bit.
Yeah, and sometimes like that feeling of having to do something can be like relieved by writing that letter to your ex, or
Yeah.
like making a list of all the shitty things that they did
Yep.
or
Hmm.
something.
Yeah, get out the
So
journal. This is a
yeah,
really good time to, keep adding to that list of the reasons why it didn't work, or the things that that weren't right about the
yeah,
relationship. Yep, this can be a
yeah,
good time to, use some of that energy
yeah. All
in that
right,
way.
so next up, try to cut back on your day-to-day responsibilities and commitments during this time.
Yeah.
If possible, slim it
Hmm.
down to just the essentials.
Right.
This is not when you're starting an amazing business. Like,
Yeah.
this
Hmm.
is
Hmm.
not when you're taking on an extra project at work or
Hmm.
something.
Hmm.
I know, like, our workaholics can feel like, distracting yourself with things to do will
Hmm.
help, like, ease the pain, but you're not functioning at full capacity. And
Yeah.
those extra projects they can wait until you're at least out of the woods a little bit. So,
Hmm.
having a personal crisis such as a breakup is a perfectly valid reason to cut back on work, limit your family responsibilities,
Yes.
move deadlines, bow out gracefully from running your men's group this month. I love that example.
I was just trying to think of, like,
Be like,
social commitments that some
yeah,
people want to have. And
yeah.
for some reason, that was what came to
Like,
me.
I'm sorry, but I hate all men right now. Like, yeah, or like, I mean, yeah, I think this is really good. Responsibilities and commitments. Like, if you're like in a poetry group or something, maybe keep that one. That could
Mm.
actually be good. Um, you might scare some of the members in the group when you read your poetry live, but like, or like, if you
Hey,
like,
look, if it doesn't feel like a burden, or it does,
yeah,
do it for sure. I'm just saying, if you're having a
yeah,
hard time keeping up with things,
exactly,
clear the calendar. If this
yeah,
isn't an issue for
ask for
you,
help,
then
ask
don't.
for
Mhm.
help.
Yeah.
And try to find the people in your life who understand, who can help, like, take the burden off a
Yeah.
little bit. And
Mhm.
like, everything comes back around, and so when they're having a hard time, you can really pay
Yes.
them back for that. But yeah, find some people who understand that you are going to need like a little bit of support during this time, and find that support, because yeah, losing that social part of your partnership it's really important to fill that hole with other people and other support systems. So yeah, not everyone will understand your predicament and or need you to explain. And as you go about clearing your calendar, be selective with who you tell what to. It is okay to not have to explain yourself
Yeah.
every time
Yeah.
and be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is just what I need right now. Leave it
Right.
at that.
Yeah. And I said I wanted to mention this because I think, for instance, at work, you might not feel comfortable letting your manager know that you need to, clear up your responsibilities because of a breakup, because of how much society sucks. So, you're allowed to say that you're going through something personal, make something up. I don't know. But yeah, I guess just be a little careful because, yep,
Yeah.
not everyone is as understanding as we
Not
are.
everyone is as understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it also, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, when was breaking up with my ex-fiance, word got around and the CEO of the nonprofit actually came to my desk and was like, just want you to know we're like supportive of you
Mhm.
and you're so strong, you're gonna get through this, and which was really, really sweet of her. But it also, I mean, I was using work as a distraction. And so having it brought up
Oh.
at work, I was like,
Yeah, I mean, come to think of it, I don't know if that's
yeah.
completely appropriate. I mean, I think if you wanted this person to know that you would have told them and you hadn't. So I'm not sure how I feel about
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I know it came from a good place. I've mentioned
Yeah,
it
for
before,
sure.
and we said
Hmm.
the same thing then too. It came from a good place, but
Yeah.
also having those boundaries, and nonprofit work is kind of like that. Things get personal,
Can be. Yeah.
because you're all dealing with like compassion fatigue and having kind of your own crises.
Hmm.
Like
Hey, if
every,
you have a manager who understands, tell
yeah,
them, but
yeah, exactly. So
it's
use your judgment on that.
all right. So we got a few more tips for you. All right. So I don't think that we can stress this enough, which is probably why we bring it up a lot. But you need to stop contact with your ex while you heal. All right. I mean, there's few things that are worse for breakup brain than checking your phone, seeing if they've reached out, thinking about what you're going to say to them when they call or text, looking on their social media, seeing how happy they are. And I mean, you're allowing the very source of your stress to completely stay like present in your orbit. So, one of the quickest ways to start seeing improvement is to clear this person out of your day completely. This is one of probably the most effective thing on this list. All right. So, the most basic breakup advice applies here just as much as anywhere. Go no contact. And I also want to stress that this means that they can't contact you and you can't contact them. All right. So blocking, because I've seen people say that they're going no contact, but they're still checking their phone or their
Yeah.
DMs because they know that the person could reach out.
Yeah.
Okay, that in and of itself is so stressful and harmful when you're going through something like breakup brain. When you can actually look and see if they're getting in touch. No, that is not helpful, and it's not technically what I consider no contact.
Yeah. And
So,
also, like, if you're not prepared for it and that text does come through, say you're at work or something, or say you're starting to feel a little bit better,
mhm,
and it can just throw you for a loop.
yep.
And so having that block and knowing like that text message can't come through, even if they do send it, like
Which is
that
hard
can
for
just be
people.
reassuring.
And it's hard in the beginning for people to not know. People want to know
Yeah.
if their ex is getting in touch. And so
Yeah.
it for the first couple weeks, it's hard.
It's really
Really
hard.
difficult to just not know. But once you get over that, that hump, you will get used to the not knowing and you'll probably like the not knowing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do want to recognize that it's, easier said than done, especially in the early days.
Yeah.
But it's better than going on the way that you are, so give yourself a month, just focus on your healing, focus on your recovery, get this person out of your world.
Yeah.
If you had, a sprained ankle or bronchitis, you would need to, give yourself the healing time.
Yeah.
And I've had both things.
Yeah.
And I
Same.
and you do just have to, say for the
Yeah.
next, 2 weeks, I, just need to focus on getting better.
Yeah. Oh, that is so true. And I actually wrote an article about comparing a sprained ankle to a breakup and like the recovery because
Hmm.
like it was really interesting, like how it's so intensely painful at first, and then
Yeah.
it's like it feels good some days, and then it feels bad other days, and
Yeah.
it feels better when I'm moving and doing things, but if I'm
Hmm.
just sitting,
Oh, how
it starts to hurt.
clever.
Yeah, and now it's to the point where I don't think about it at all unless I do a very like contorted like yoga pose or something where all of the
Right.
pressure is right on that thing,
Yeah, so
you
mine
know?
wasn't actually a sprained ankle. I broke the bone, not the toe,
Oh.
but the bone that comes right after your toe. So I forgot what it's called. It
Oh
was
my
a
god.
few years back, but
Like that long
um,
one?
well, let me see, is it long? Anyways, it
Anyway,
it's
metatarsal something.
and yeah, yeah, and this is what I mean. A pet peeve of mine is people who go around saying that they've broken a toe, but then the week later they're walking around. I'm like, it wasn't broken, or I don't know.
Oh.
Or when I would tell people about it, nobody really took it that seriously, but it was so painful. Oh my
Yeah.
god. And I had the same thing too. Yoga for maybe even a year. I had to be really careful. And
Yeah.
I think it was 3 weeks that I couldn't really walk on it. And then I got a special shoe that I had to use for about a month. And so,
Oh,
little by little you get
exactly.
better.
You get better. Yeah. But if you had something like coming and activating it, it got better because you left it alone
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you allowed it a protective
And
place.
focused on it. Yeah, yeah, you're right. And if I would, have just been so determined to go to yoga or go walking or any number of things, yeah, it wouldn't
Yeah.
have gotten better. Just like
Yeah.
if you're gonna look at your text, your ex's Instagram or see if they're in your
Yes.
DMs. Oh my, yeah,
Yeah.
you're
You're
just you're
reopening the
very
injury.
self-defeating. Yeah,
Oh.
so do
Cool.
it.
That brings us to our next tip.
Mhm.
Stretching and yoga. Um, Stretching and yoga have amazing physical and mental benefits.
Yep.
There are so many studies.
Yeah,
Just go to Google Scholar and start
yeah.
reading through these things. It is
Mhm.
incredible. Like the difference it makes for, people fighting cancer, like the mental side of it as well as the physical side of it.
Yeah.
Yoga is a great thing for someone who can like just hate sitting quietly in meditation, for instance, because
Yeah.
it's like a moving meditation. So at least you feel like you're doing something,
Yeah, and
but
that's
you're
why
still, yeah, you're
I didn't
still,
put meditation on this list for that reason. I felt like it
yeah,
deserved its own episode, and
yeah,
that it's too reductive to tell someone who's going through breakup brain to
yeah,
sit and meditate without going into a lot more detail as to how to do it. And
yeah.
and so that's why I put yoga instead.
Yeah, no, this totally makes sense. And it makes your body feel good. And right now, like I mean, breakup brain, we're talking about your brain not functioning at full capacity. And anything you can do to assist that system in your body is going to be helpful. And yoga and stretching like improves your circulation, means more blood is getting into your brain. Not a doctor, but like, you feel better after doing it, and it does release things. And also like movement in general. I'm reading What Happened to You by Oprah Winfrey, and ooh, wait
Oprah,
for
what's
what's her name? I You might have
Oprah?
thought you might have heard of her.
Is there another Oprah?
Oprah Winfrey and Dr. Bruce D. Perry, and it's conversations on trauma, resilience, and healing. And
Yes.
I don't necessarily put breakups all the time in as like traumatic of a category as
Mhm.
like capital T trauma,
Mhm.
but it's
Mhm.
still hurting you
Yeah.
and affecting your life, which brings it into the category of trauma.
Yep. And some breakups are, some
Some
breakups are
breakups
very
are really
nasty.
traumatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and very
Mhm.
nasty,
Yeah.
especially if there's like stalker thing, abuse of
Yep.
any type, definitely
But
trauma.
yeah, I think it's important that we make the
Yeah.
distinction and don't like
Yeah.
toss words around. So thank you.
Exactly. Yeah. So, the reason I bring it up is because they speak about um how what happened to you is stored in your body at some
Yeah.
level. The body keeps the score. That's another great book about this. And
Okay. You got some good
in
tips for us
yeah,
today.
so both of those, I do want to do an episode talking about how like emotions are stored in the body. But if you can move that, it's almost like it gives you a feeling of being able to do something instead of just being like, God, can't
Yeah.
do anything
Yeah,
with these
walking is good
emotions.
as well.
Yeah,
But we've talked about that a lot. And yeah, yoga, but yoga can give you the same benefits. And you don't
exactly.
have to necessarily be doing yoga. It's like just get on your mat and stretch.
Yeah. Yeah,
You'll,
exactly. Yeah, don't hold yourself to like, "Oh, I need to do 10 10 salutations," you know?
right, right. You
Just
can.
you
I think you'll
can.
love it, but stretching, is,
Yeah.
it's kind of the same, and you'll be glad. And I know a lot of people do have things like back and neck problems after a breakup, and this is, yeah, definitely the best thing that
This
you
will
can do for
help.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cured sciatica or like a pinched sciatic nerve with yoga.
Ooh,
Yes,
so good.
definitely.
Yeah, and you don't have to go to a class or be around
Yeah,
other people because I know that that is not what you want after a breakup,
right.
but there are amazing, like, full routines on YouTube, and yeah, just see what you like. Go on there. I'm sure
Yeah, there
whatever
are
calls to
so
you will
many.
pop out to you,
Yeah.
so
That's I think one of the best things about YouTube is the amount of
yes.
fitness videos there are for free.
For free.
It's so cool. That's where I do my yogas, on YouTube. All right. So, our last tip. Get organized. All right. This is something that I know Claire and I are big fans of. And this is also something that I kind of learned when I was researching Mommy Brain is decluttering can help when you're having these symptoms a lot.
Yes.
So I'm talking about decluttering your desk. If you work
Mhm.
from home, make sure that your space is organized and everything is in its place. You don't want to be
Yeah.
stressed looking for a pin, when you're trying to work. All right. So
Yeah.
tidy up the room that you spend the most time in. If
Mhm.
if me sitting here saying tidy your house is overwhelming, just
Yeah.
start with that room.
Start with where you're spending the most time.
Yeah.
Yeah, and, another thing that you should be doing, and you can pull this in, to getting organized, even if it's hard that one day that you put towards doing this, is getting rid of your ex's stuff,
Yeah. Yeah.
and tucking that away so
Mhm.
it's not like reminders there. And this is even like things that are yours that remind you of your ex. You're just like every time you see that picture, you're like, "Oh, we got that at the garage sale. Like, I miss it."
Right.
You know, tuck those things away too. And it may
Yep.
be like really hard in the moment that you're doing this and you're like having a good cry while you do it. But I
Mhm.
guarantee once that stuff is out of sight, and your space is organized, it's not gonna be constantly emotionally triggering you, and it'll be easier to remember things and see what you need to do and just feel calm.
Yes, yep. That's what this is all about is, kind of eliminating the frazzled feeling because,
Yeah.
things are unorganized. So if you carry a handbag, this is an important tip. Make sure that that's organized so that you're not, constantly looking for stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe, pick out your clothes the night before. you know, anything that you can physically organize to make your day
Yeah.
easier ahead of time.
Exactly.
And like Claire said, it can also help you to reclaim your space, get your, clear your space from your ex. It can help you to stay distracted on the weekends. Like, this is a really good weekend thing. People in our Facebook community, struggle with their weekends. And, this could be a way to really get this off of your mind. If you like to declutter, I mean, this is fun for me, but maybe not for everyone. But
Yeah.
so it could be a way to distract yourself
Yeah.
on the weekend. And yeah, go ahead.
Hot tip.
Oh,
Okay. I don't really like cleaning or like doing those things, but I really like podcasts and I can't just sit and listen to a podcast. So it ends up
yeah,
being
same.
that the two are like perfect pairs. So you can put on, you're listening to a podcast right now. So clearly you like podcasts. Throw on a podcast and do this while you're doing these tidying, and that can actually like help.
Yeah.
Because your mind is distracted and your body is moving.
Yeah.
And your space is getting clearer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you for that. That's also why I suggest to put on a podcast when you go walking, because you're moving and your mind is distracted, and it's like, it's all good.
It's all good. I'm okay. I'm okay.
All right. So, another tip is, your keys. Okay, no one wants to lose their freaking keys, wallet, or phone, but you can during a breakup. So, like, get a nice dish to keep your keys in. Maybe get a new keychain. Just do things. I mean, figure out for you where your problem spot is, and create something to help you beat it.
Oh, yeah. Keys are important.
Yeah.
Especially if you
for mine.
had your like ex's key or something
Yeah.
on your keychain. Revamping your keychain, get like a nice thing, make it different. Take their keys off.
I know. I'm gonna say that maybe if you're losing your keys after your breakup, maybe it's because you still have your ex's key on there. Maybe the universe is trying to tell you something.
You're like, lose that shit.
Yeah. If you do this key thing, get yourself a new keychain, tag us. I think that would be really, really cute. Yeah. Breakup keys. Breakup key. Okay, we'll have to think of a name for it.
Yeah.
So
break up with your key. I don't know.
Yeah, Claire.
Break up with your
keys.
Break up
with your keys. It's so catchy. But I don't know. Maybe that's what's gonna stick now.
Yeah.
All right. So those are our tips for beating breakup brain. We know you can do it. We know it's not easy. Trust us. This is all stuff that we've been through. And we hope that these tips help.
Yes.
Anything else from you, Claire?
No, I think we covered it. Yeah. So let's get into our next segment.
Breakup ballads, toxic or empowering.
Whoop, whoop.
All right. This was a combined selection, and we are talking about the song Lost Without You by Freya Ridings. Claire, did I pronounce that right? Do you know?
I believe so, but I am open to also being wrong.
Right. So I think this is a really sweet song. Let's get into it. If you like this song, let us know if you are excited that we're covering.
Yeah.
All right. Lost Without You by Freya Ridings. I will begin. Standing on the platform, watching you go. It's like no other pain I've ever known. To love someone so much, to have no control. You said, I want to see the world. And I said, go. So pretty sad.
Pretty sad. But I can see already that, she's understanding you don't have control over your partner.
Right.
And they are living their own life, their own experience. And sometimes you have to let people go, even when you love them so much, because you do love them as an individual. You want them to have the full experience of their life. And so, you said, I want to see the world. And she said, go. She's like, I'll release you. Like, live your best life.
Yeah, I mean,
it leaves me feeling very no other pain like I've ever known. It's really hard to do that, and to understand that your partner has autonomy in their own
Yeah, and
minds.
when you're not in the equation of a person's best life, yeah, that's not a good feeling.
It
So,
sucks, but
want to go on?
yeah. So next up, but I think I'm lost without you. I just feel crushed without you. I've been strong for so long that I never thought how much I needed you. I think I'm lost without you. Um, so that one, I mean, it's interesting saying I've been strong for so long that I never thought how much I needed you. It's almost like she let him go
Uh-huh.
because
Uh-huh.
she thought she was strong enough. And now she's like, holy cow. Like her breakup brain. She's got breakup brain right now. She's like, I'm not capable of living like, like I'm not capable of just handling this alone.
Mhm.
Which isn't true. She just feels like she's not capable right now.
Right.
Because she's in it. Strangers rushing past, just trying to get home, but you were the only safe haven that I've known. Hits me at full speed, feels like I can't breathe, and nobody knows this pain inside me. My world is crumbling. I should have never let you go.
Sounds like breakup brain to me.
Yeah, sounds like breakup brain to me.
Mhm.
Like nobody understanding
Yeah.
how much
Yeah.
this is hurting her.
Mhm. Mhm.
Her feeling that regret. She was strong at the beginning. She's like, "Oh, you want to go and be who you are, and I love you, so I'm going to let you do you."
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
now she's like, "My world is literally crumbling."
Yeah.
And she's
Mhm.
having that like regret piece. But
I actually like the lines about, seeing strangers going past because, I've been in big cities when I've gone through breakups and, just seeing everyone going about their lives and just sitting there like feeling, like you must be the
like,
most heavily burdened person in, like the entire
yeah.
subway station and,
Yeah.
not wanting people to look at you and just feeling so heavy.
Yeah.
So I actually really like that line, and I know the sensation too. It's kind of hard to explain, but it can really suck when you're kind of in the hustle and bustle and there's people all around you, and it's just like how easily people are moving, and I'm like
Yeah.
barely able to move my
Exactly.
legs to get
And
to
you're
work.
like, "Do you know
Yeah.
like how much pain I'm in right
Mhm.
now?"
Mhm. Yep. But
Like, yeah, especially like ordering food or something and you're just like, "I'll have a coffee."
Yeah,
And
it
they're
it
like,
makes
"Okay."
everything
And you're like,
difficult. Mhm.
"Have a good
Yeah.
day."
And not wanting to interact with people.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so we're almost to the end. Let's repeat. I don't know why I said that. Okay. We're almost to the end. All right, I'll read it. I think I'm lost without you. I just feel crushed without you because I've been strong for so long that I never thought how much I love you. Standing on the platform watching you go, you said, I want to see the world, and I said, go.
Yeah. It's
So,
I like how she brought it back around because it's like looking forward to how life is going to be for her
yeah.
after he's gone, and
Hmm.
she's like literally watching him walk away and she
Yeah.
just knows. She's
Hmm.
like, "Oh fuck." Like
Yeah. I,
um
and this is why I am going to say that this is empowering
yeah.
because of the fact that they brought it back here at the end. The fact that she was the one who said go. She is, recognizing that she's having this painful experience, but
Yeah.
then she's also saying, I also made the choice. And, um,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's respecting the person that you were with,
Hmm.
and respecting the fact that they're not you,
Yeah.
and they will make decisions that take them away from you.
Hmm.
Um,
That's why we have
yeah.
multiple relationships in our lives, most of us.
Yeah.
She's not saying, you left me to go see the world.
Yeah.
She's, really bringing, her own part in this
Yeah.
back. So I think that this is a good song with a good
Yeah.
message and that it's empowering.
Definitely.
Well, all the songs that we've
100%
done
agree.
are good, but I don't think they're all empowering. They might
Yeah.
be real experience, but they don't all represent people, taking control of their healing.
Yes.
So yeah, I rate this empowering.
Awesome.
All right. And Claire,
Empowering. Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. All
yeah,
right,
definitely
well,
empowering.
thank you for everyone who listened. I think this was a great episode.
I think so
and
too.
I hope that it helps.
Yes, I think it will help people. And so, definitely DM us if you have a story about having breakup brain, you forgot something really important, or you just you suffer from it, or you figured out a way to help yourself with it. We'd love to hear from you in the DMs. If you have a question that you'd like to be answered on the show or in our Facebook group lives, where we actually get to do some live coaching with the people in that group. It's Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On. Let us know as well. We'd love to share listener stories. So
we're gonna start doing that sometime during the episode. So please continue to DM us your questions and mention that it's okay for us to discuss it anonymously.
Yeah, and we'll leave out any identifying details.
Yeah. So if you want to DM us and just tell us your experience, that's totally fine. You can do that as well. If you DM us about something to mention on the show, though, just make a distinction.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah, so I think that covers it for today.
A wrap.
That's a wrap. We love you guys. We're so excited to keep doing this podcast, and just the way it's been received has been amazing. And we're so thankful that we're able to make an impact like this and connect with people like you. And you're all just incredible, strong, motivated people. Just by the fact that you are listening to this podcast, I already know you're going to be more than fine.
Oh, Claire, that's beautiful. And I completely agree. Thank you so much for saying all that. Yep. You guys rock our world.
Thanks for listening to X-Files, a podcast about breakups, broken hearts, and moving on.
If you like this episode, tag us on your Instagram story so we can connect with you.
And you can find me, Claire, on Instagram at Claire Lofthouse.
And me, Janice, on Instagram at Janice Formicella. If you'd like to join our online community, find us on Facebook at Breakups, Broken Hearts, and Moving On.
And here's a preview of our next episode.
Who is saying that, no one's been let inside here before. He's been, he's seen.
As if going to her place is world. This crazy thing.
He has no idea if he's just telling himself that.
He's just making up a story to pump himself up and, get his dick hard. I don't know. But
so he must be the only one that she lets in her house to fuck?
So safe to say you guys are Team Tom, right?
No.
I'm just kidding.
Okay.
It's very obvious.
Oh, sorry.